Buhari came to destroy Nigeria the way he did in 1983. Ubani, welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post hot juicy news updates. Please click on the notification bell. Former Vice President of the Nigerian Bar Association (NBA) and Chairman of the Ikeja branch of the body, Dr. Monday Ubani, speaks to Dare Adekambi on the threat to impeach President Muhammadu Buhari by opposition lawmakers. What Nigerians must do in 2023 elections to bring about change, the Muslim ticket, among others. Did it come to you as a surprise or a joke when you read or heard the news that some lawmakers staged a walkout in the Senate over the deteriorating insecurity in the country and even threatened to impeach President Muhammadu Buhari? He replied, there was no surprise or shock over the development. What is the surprise there? The current National Assembly is very docile and its members have not done much for the country. So I cannot be surprised. I also know that the threat to impeach is just a mere train of words because they cannot muster the courage to do it. This is not the first time they've threatened to do so, only for them to later chicken out. In fact, by giving the president 6 weeks notice, they've already chickened out because that is not how to do it. The 6 weeks is more than a month. It does not show they're serious about impeaching the president. Impeaching the president means they need to have requisite number required by the Constitution to do so. Do they have it? Can they muster it? But understand also that some all-progressive Congress lawmakers are resigning and joining the People Democratic Party. So let us believe that they will probably get them the requisite number. But even at that, do they have the courage to do it, especially in the National Assembly presided over by Ahmad Lawan and Femi Gbajabiamila? I doubt it, my brother. But it is important that they have brought the attention of the president to the state of insecurity and economic paralysis that has bedfed the country. It seems that there is no governance going on currently in the country. You see what is happening in the forex market in terms of the exchange rate of dollar to the naira? From 500 about 2 months ago, it has jumped to 700 plus. Our foreign reserve is also virtually empty. The country cannot even service its debt or even pay contractors. The economic outlook is very dim. I think everyone should actually be worried at this point. It is good that the lawmakers are able to threaten the president, but I doubt whether they can muster, firstly, the requisite number to impeach him, and secondly, the requisite courage to hold the government accountable, which we lack in the country. We always bow down to our rulers as Kabiyesis who can do no wrong and cannot be questioned. I doubt whether they can question the authority of the president, which they have not done for the last 7 years. Come to think of it, were the lawmakers not the ones who approved all the loans the man was requesting? The problem in which we are now, where we cannot even serve the debt, was it not created by the same lawmakers? Did they ask questions which Buhari used the loans, what Buhari used the loans for? The argument was that every country borrows to fund development projects. What has Buhari developed? What are the advantages we are deriving from those borrowings that Buhari has plunged the country into? Buhari came to destroy Nigeria just the way he did in 1984. We did not know when they were marketing their slogan of change that this man would take us 30 or 40 years back. The National Assembly is supposed to act as a check on the executive, and they're deemed to be equal partners in the task of providing good governance. Are you saying the lawmakers have failed in this regard? He replied, why do you think Buhari and others were interested in who emerged as Senate President and Speaker of the House of Representatives in 2019? The first 4 years, do you remember what happened? The way Dr. Bukola Saraki emerged? Saraki was never their candidate, and that was why Saraki maintained a very resilient and very robust position in the Senate in checkmating the excesses of the president and the executive generally, because he was not their choice. It was God who changed the plans of Ahithophel, and Saraki became Senate President, and he was able to manage the excesses of the executive at that time. But in 2019, Buhari and others were very careful in choosing Lawan and Gbajabiamila, who are their stooge and who have said that the president cannot be questioned. So, these two individuals cannot allow the National Assembly to be progressive, despite some of the progressive members that are there. The leadership is key because they are the ones controlling proceedings, and it is whenever they give their colleagues opportunity to speak that they will speak and can be overruled. Knowing the kind of leadership they will enthrone, that is going to be the worst. They were careful in picking Lawan and Gbajabiamila. They did not want anyone who would challenge them or checkmate them, so they've ended up now giving us the worst kind of leadership ever in the history of the country. Because the checkmating of the executive, which we spoke about, is ideal in a democracy, has never been allowed in the current National Assembly since 2019. That is unfortunate. You said the aggrieved lawmakers have succeeded in drawing the attention of the president to the precarious security situation in the country. Are you sure that the president is even aware of the threat? Given Governor Sarafai's statement that even Buhari was not aware by the threat to kidnap him as issued by terrorists until he told him, I don't think that the president is aware of anything, and that is the problem, he replied. It is good that his statement came from a member of his kitchen cabinet. El-Rufai is supposed to be part of the kitchen cabinet of Buhari. He's part of the people who decide what is done in the country, especially on the issue of insecurity in the country. He was part of the people who brought Buhari and us as president in 2015. After they won the election, they didn't know how to handle the country and insecurity. Things have snowballed and have become problems in their hands. They cannot even control anything. So, the issue that if El-Rufai made a statement in order for us to properly praise or eulogize him, he has succeeded in painting the government of Buhari in the worst light. It means the president is not really aware of the killings, kidnappings, and other criminal activities in the country. So, it means that people have not been giving him that information. They kept the information away from him, and as long as the information is kept away from him, it means that the country has been on autopilot, that it is only God who has been guiding us so far. If the president is not aware that there was a personal threat against him, and it took a governor from Kaduna to tell him when the threat was issued over a month ago, it means there has not been governance and there is nobody in charge of Nigeria except God. Given the current parallel state of things, do you think Nigeria will be fired up to elect credible leaders with the capacity to address the challenges of the country and the yearnings of the citizens? He replied, there is no better time for us as a country to come to a definite position than now for us to think and reason that if we allow bad leadership in Nigeria in 2023, there will be no Nigeria in a few years' time. If you allow those who have no idea of what governance entails and what responsibilities are for going into governance to take over in 2023, in 2 or 3 years' time, Nigeria will collapse. So all of us now must awake from our slumber and get to the point where we will say enough of bad leadership, enough of inept leadership. We put away all the primordial sentiments of someone being from our place or they can speak the same language with us, or someone or is of the same religion as us. Dear countrymen and countrywomen, you know they hear everything they sup. There is no time. The time to come together and address our issues and keep our problem aside is now. Vote wisely. On this note, you have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. And until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.